Sound speed.
2 Florida, take 5. Mark. There's 1, boys.
No movement, please.
Brent.
And action.
I think it's a film I wanted to make 20 years ago and didn't know how. I wanted to kind of do another coming-of-age film. So I thought, well, what if instead of the troubled kid just being a troubled kid, what if he's like a vampire, but he isn't? It was such a different take on the vampire movie. Like, I don't even really think it is. I mean, it is a vampire movie. When you have like gallons of blood, fake blood, obviously you do realize at one point that you're making a vampire movie. And maybe that's why these movies succeed. I guess it's the fairy tale angle. We all wish we could be someone else, or we all think that the other person has life better than we do. You know, we all want the other person's job, or we want the other people's success. And really, we should really just be very lucky being who we are.
It's been a dream from step one.
Mark.
Craig, are you gonna see my hands?
We do not, but we see the motion of your...
Okay.
It's just been surreal from starting from there, and it's been so weird.
Think about that. London, England, boom. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. What the is going on? I'm excited for him. He's really good, and he's really real, and he's bringing it, and it's been fun to see his journey.
Rory and I get along really, really well and have made a great friendship. And so that definitely helped in building the characters' relationships.
I'm hoping the girls are gonna go mad.
Have to be number one, don't you?
And Merritt has been giving me jip about that. She's been saying potential for teen heartthrob, so but I don't mind. Like, working with Merritt is awesome. Every day she's happy. Every day she's full of life. She's so talented. She's just been so awesome. I think really being happy every day, you know, she runs on set, gives everyone hugs and stuff, just generally lightens up the mood.
Tracy is the girl next door, but kind of an unconventional girl next door. Bit of an outcast in the town, a little bit misunderstood. And she kind of takes a keen interest in Rufus when he shows up in town. And they end up having this instant connection and relationship. They really understand each other.
Their relationship's special because Rufus has never met a girl before, and she fires stuff at him, like getting undressed in the living room in front of him, and you know, she shocks him, but they just both get on really well.
You caught my eye.
I was like, we're cutting, right? They just have a lot of similarities, but in totally different ways. Like, they're very non-judgmental, I feel like, even though they are judged, which I think is kind of interesting.
I'm getting so confused. Why'd you keep giggling? Yesterday when we were doing our scene where we kiss, I thought I'd, you know, make special effort, brush my teeth, and I put some gum in, and then when we were sitting about to do the kiss, she was like, "Oh, your breath smells nice," and I was like, "Strawberry." Kelly Rowan, when she came, obviously I'm a big fan because I watched the OC religiously at school, so and I told her that a couple of days after I met her. I didn't want to freak her out.
5. Mark.
And action.
Can I let go?
Not
Sorry,
yet.
can we start again? I didn't pronounce that properly.
I remember the first scene I did, I was caked in blood and she was just sitting there on the bed, and yeah, I'll remember that forever because the first time I met her I was just completely covered from head to toe in blood. Yeah, she was so nice, and she'd been passing on her wisdom, which was awesome. And I was really scared to meet her. Meeting someone who you've watched on a TV series or on a film is quite intimidating, but she was just so nice.
I know Tracy was at the batting cage last night.
David James Elliott, I never worked with him before. He played, I guess, the second lead, really, the cop Hugh. It was a tough one because he had to be on set for 3 weeks. Cast him, never worked with him before, and he was great. Unbelievable. I mean, this guy, when you watch the movie, he just brought so much to it.
Let's pause and stay looking at me. Don't look over there. Look right at me. Why would he want to kill you?
Stop pretending! I could have torn him to pieces.
Do it again. Why are you looking over there?
I don't know, it just feels natural.
Stop it. It just feels false. You can pause, but make it really pointed. You know what I can do. with menace. You scare me with that. Why would he want to kill you?
Stop pretending! I could have torn him to pieces! You know what I can do.
I should never have let you stay here. One more for good luck. That was great.
Kim Coates, who came back, who's in my last picture. I think I'll always have Kim Coates in my movies. He's just so Kim, you know, he just takes the role, adds so much to it, and he's so supportive, you know. Talks to you before the movie's being made. You know, you email back and forth, talk about how it's turning out.
I feel so sorry for Kim. I dribble blood all over him.
When was this photo taken?
1927.
That makes him almost 100 years old.
He's older than that. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. His real age, it's never been determined. Well, I'm playing a guy called Aaron Van Dusen. You know, he's a vampire hunter. He works with a pharmaceutical company that's been around for 100 years. And they know something about this young boy who's a vampire. And he's been around for 200-300 years. And I am just aware of his past and some of the studies and tests that my two co-owners back in the 1920s did on this young boy. When I find out where he is, I can't wait to get there and get to the truth so we can start doing all these tests on his DNA and hopefully we can all live forever somehow.
One of the first choices we made was to shoot widescreen, which is traditionally used for big landscape films, which we have those elements, but the other side of widescreen that people don't talk about as much is the fact that you can use it to create very intimate frames. Even though it's a big wide frame that is normally associated with westerns and, you know, big landscapes and the John Ford movies and that kind of thing, it's nice to be able to use it to create very intimate frames when you've got two people very close together, like when Rufus and Tracy are having their little showdown when she's asking him to undress. You know, those frames that we got at the end when she approaches him, they're very intimate and very close, and you have these two people in this big wide frame and these two faces working against one another. It's been a great format to shoot, and the town has looked great in that format, and it's been nice to be able to offset these big wide landscapes with these very intimate, you know, more landscapes of the face and less about landscapes of the surroundings.
Working with Dave it's exciting every day. I always go up to him after a take and I'll say, was that okay? And he'll go, I wouldn't have moved on if it wasn't okay. And that's not really helpful at all, but he's awesome, and to work with him is great, and we've become so close. We're really good friends.
Yeah, that's the intensity that he's coming at you with.
He is crazy in the best way possible. He has such high energy, and he's so passionate about this project, which is amazing. Like, it's great to work with a director, especially who wrote the movie as well, because they have such a deep understanding for it, which is great, because if you're like, well, what does this mean, or I don't understand this, like, he always has an answer, and he's so passionate about it, and you work off of that, and it's great to be around.
He's a maniac. He's kooky and crazy and eclectic and strange and passionate and all those things that go along with a very kooky director, and I adore his passion.
You almost kill yourself making a film and you watch it and you go, it's not what I set out to make. That hurts. This movie is different. I'm very, very proud of it. How well will it do? Well, who knows? You know, it's good.